Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to try this where I'm streaming live simultaneously from YouTube and Facebook. And so sometimes um, the sound is weird on Facebook. So if it's sounding weird to you, please let me know. Today is Friday. It is Flirting Fridays. So we are going to have Ashtara on later this evening around 7 p.m. Just in time for you to start your weekend flirting off right. So she's coming on as part of our campaign for Bride Plus One, which is a film that I wrote and directed. And we are helping you manifest your dream date for Bride Plus One, which will be out by Valentine's Day. So we want everyone to be able to share it with their sweetie. What else do we have coming up? On Saturday, I have a Zoom workshop, and I wanted to take just a moment to tell you why I feel like this communication workshop is important, especially for women. We tend to be categorized in either the pushover or the, we'll call it witch, right? And this communication workshop helps you find your sweet spot where you can be assertive, but not aggressive or passive aggressive. And I have to say that sometimes we as women will give out mixed signals or signals that men don't understand. And that can get us into trouble. You know, growing up, men sometimes are taught, get past the no. And women are taught, well, all you have to do is say no. But that's not actually true, because if you're in a confined space with someone who's stronger than you, and you say no in an aggressive way, that can cause trouble. Or if you don't say no, that can be considered passive. Or if you're passive aggressive, if you're giving mixed signals. So if you're trying to soften the blow by going, no, 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 no. So you're being coquette to try to soften the blow to the ego, but it is actually sending out the wrong signals. So it's just extremely important, I believe, to be really cognizant of how you communicate. And you're not going to always do it right. I don't always do it right, but I feel like I learned these different languages. I now understand how a D communicates, how an I communicates, how an S communicates, how a C communicates. And I can modulate how I communicate based on who I'm speaking to. And people might say, well, this is just who I am. Take it or leave it. That's fine for most situations, unless you want to have effective communications. So, you're going to be a different person with your boss than you are with your children, than you are with your lover. We all bring out different aspects of ourselves. Anyway, I'm getting into too much of the topics that we'll be covering in the workshop, but if you're interested, please join us. It's a Zoom workshop, so you can join from wherever you are in the world. All right, let's get to Courage to Change. And today is October 9th. It is Lee Berry's birthday today. Happy birthday, Lee. And this is an Al-Anon book, and I like to call it like Overgivers Anonymous. I used to think of God as my adversary. We were engaged in a battle of wills. and I wasn't about to let down my guard. You can imagine how quickly this attitude led me to hit a hard emotional bottom. I came to Al Anon, but was reluctant to admit that I was powerless. I knew it was true. I had obviously failed to conquer alcoholism, but I wasn't going to submit to my enemy. So I'm grateful to Al Anon for helping me to learn to surrender. It took a long time, but I finally realized that surrender does not mean submission. It means I am willing to stop fighting my reality, to stop trying to do God's part, and to do my own part. When I gather flowers or marvel at nature's wonders, I do not lose face when I concede that I am not in control. So it is with everything in my life. The best way I've found to invite serenity is to recognize that the world is in good hands. Today's reminder. Today I can be grateful that the earth will continue to revolve without any help from me. I am free to live my own life, safe in the knowledge that a higher power is taking care of the world, my loved ones, and myself. The first step prepares us for a new life, which we can achieve only by letting go of what we cannot control, and by undertaking one day at a time the monumental task of setting out our world in order through the monumental task of setting our world in order through a change in our own thinking. Good morning, Cringe Turbo. Actually, it's morning here. I don't know what time it is in India. But this really, hits home with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And hello, man. Yes. And you don't need to believe in God. God, to me, is a word that we use to describe the great mystery. So people will say, oh, I don't believe in God. That's fine. But do you believe that there's something that you know and something you don't know? To me, that's what it's about, is surrendering to that there is something out there that we don't fully understand. And that's okay with me. Okay, so this is October 9th. All right, and this is from Guru Mai. The universe is clothed in time. Time makes the sun rise and the night fall. Time is the supreme decision maker. In time, you cut teeth. In time, you lose them. Time is the witness of ignorance. It also witnesses the merging of the individual soul into the supreme soul. Nothing goes unnoticed by time. The whole universe revolves around time. And then the way I think of it is your inner divinity, your inner soul that is connected to the soul of all is beyond time. The way I think of it is we were all one, and then we decided, this is boring. I want to feel different than everybody else. So we split apart into the many, and we became this and that, and the have and the have not, the known and the unknown. So I believe that God is everything and nothing. It is beyond our understanding, that it is the creator and the destroyer. It is basically beyond what we can understand, but that we are part of it. So let's see if we can get to the center. Let's see if we can get to the soul. And good morning, Anne. Hello, good to see you. Is the sound okay? If you can let me know. I'm going to pick a card for Anne. Quote for today for Anne. There is no wealth but life. And then I also want to pick a card from Paramahansa Yogananda. This is for anyone who is watching right now or who will watch in the future. This one says, daily progress. With all the reverence of your soul, invoke God's presence, for He is the essence of everything. Ignorance or wise, we are His children. Pray to Him to make you realize that you are immortal. Follow the highway of meditative communion that leads to Him. Live every day in reverent accord with God's laws. And He who guides the destiny of the world, including your own destiny, will plan your tomorrow for you according to your acts of today. Work for the establishment of the one universal law, one freedom, one brotherhood, and one communion with the one God. Make each day a step upward on the ladder of your realization of His wisdom and joy. And, we try to personify God because we don't really understand. So we make him out to be the parent. So the mother, father, God, right? Or in the patriarchy, the father God, because we don't fully understand. And that's okay. It's okay to be a child of God, meaning it is okay to not know. There is what we know, and there is what we don't know. So I love, some Native Americans call it the great mystery, the great creator. I like that term the best. But it's really not important whether you believe in God. The way I see it, God is whether we believe or not. And God is the essence of everything. Again, God is nothing and is everything. So what we can do is we can attach our semblance of understanding to the word God. And we could say, goodness. Do we believe in goodness? Because our brain tries to categorize, this is good and this is bad, right? But it helps if you can see that goodness in everything, because it helps you enjoy life more. We're in the school of life, and we can either go trudgingly or we can enjoy it. So seeing the goodness in a flower, seeing the goodness in someone else's heart. All right. So let us meditate. You can close your eyes and just listen to that sound and getting present to the here and now, the gift of the present moment, and becoming present to what we know, the five senses. What can you hear right now? What can you taste right now? What do you see behind your eyelids? Is it completely dark? Are there little fractals? Is it a 2D blackness or is it a 3D blackness? What can you smell right now? Just paying attention to the here and now. And then tuning in to your bodily sensations. What can you feel with your hands right now? You can put your hands in Shin Mudra if you like and put it on your knees, put like the palm of your hands on your knees, or you can have them in your lap. And what does it feel like to breathe? What does it feel like to take your involuntary breath and make it voluntary? What does it feel like to choose to breathe, to choose to inhale life, to hold it and savor it, and then to let it go? With every moment, you are experiencing the now and letting it go. Noticing in your body, are there any areas of tension? You can give them a little squeeze or a stretch. Just making sure that you're in a comfortable position with your spine erect. You can imagine a little string pulling you up to the heavens, and then another string pulling you down into the heart of Mother Earth. So you're just supported there. And then the rest of your muscles, allow them to relax. And then start to tune into your thoughts. Just listen, as if you are a fly on the wall. Listen to your thoughts. Are your thoughts going fast or slow? Are they chaotic or measured? Tune in to your negative thoughts. Just listen to them. And then listen to what you categorize as your positive thoughts. And can you just let them be? Knowing that this is what the mind does. It's there to categorize, to judge, to assess. For better or for worse, it is our intellect, our discernment. There is also something beyond our discernment and our intellect, and that is our intuition. It is our sixth sense. It is our awareness. It is the part of us that is noticing that we're noticing. So allow your awareness to drop into your heart, your belly, your emotions. And for this exercise, try not to attach these feelings to any thoughts. We're just going to feel. We're going to use our breath to feel. If you notice a thought come up, just put it back mentally in your thought box. And then go back to your feelings. So you're going to say to yourself, I am angry about. And then you inhale that anger, you hold on to it, and you exhale it. And you don't have to think about what does it mean that I'm angry about, this or da 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 da. That's for the mind to do. We are just feeling right now. So I feel angry. I am feeling my anger. I'm inhaling and I'm feeling it. I'm holding on to it and I'm letting go. Now I'm going to feel my sadness. Using the breath to just inhale the feeling of sadness, holding it for a little bit, and then exhaling the feeling of sadness. Getting in touch with our emotions. We have these emotions all the time. We can be happy and sad and angry and glad all at the same time. Part of the beauty of being a human being. Now, tuning into that feeling of longing. What are you longing for? And really just inhaling that feeling of longing and exhaling it. That desire. And now tuning in to the feeling of gratitude. That which you have already, that you appreciate. Letting it fill you and release it. So you're just pulling in the feeling of gratitude. You're allowing it to play in your body and you're letting it emanate out. And right now, we're going to focus on our gratitude. We're going to have an attitude of gratitude, knowing that what we appreciate appreciates. So being just right here, right now, can we appreciate each breath? Can we appreciate our involuntary breath? Our breath that breathes without us even thinking about it. Can we appreciate our body? Can we appreciate our mind? And then again, tuning into the aspect of us that is not our mind, that is not our emotions, that is not our body. It is our consciousness. It is the thing that is beyond those things. It is our spirit. It is the unique emanation of our soul. It is our life force. If you've ever watched a person die, you can see when the spirit leaves their body. They become almost like a mannequin. This is our spirit, and it was with us before we were born and will be with us after we die. This is our individual soul. And this soul is beyond the boundaries of time. Time is the physical, emotional, and mental. The spirit can carry you anywhere. The spirit is not beholden to the body. In the spirit, we can travel wherever we like. So letting our spirit take us to the universal soul, to that place where we are all connected, that place of wholeness, that place that is beyond this and that. We can name it the Zen place, the neutral zone. God, the Creator, divinity itself. Whatever we name it, it is not. But it is reality. We are the play. We are on the stage of life with drama and comedy and this and that. But we get to experience and remember the aspect of us that was one. Just feeling into that. Oh. This is where we get to rest. Our individual spirit gets to rest with the universal soul. And if mental perturbations come in, just allow yourself to go past the mental construct into what we don't know. Just allowing there to be something we don't know. If we start to struggle with feelings, just open up to the possibility that there's something that is beyond our feelings. There is something that is beyond our body and even beyond our spirit. Allowing yourself to experience the great mystery. And every time we name it as something, we know it is not that. Om Namah Shivaya. Om, the primordial sound. Nama, I honor. Shivaya, the aspect of me that is God, as well as everyone else, the God within, the God without. The surrender is that I know is surrendering to what I don't know. And in this moment, I get to be a human being instead of a human doing. I get to be with that which is. And the more and more you practice this, you can get to this place more and more easily. It's like the first time you go through a jungle, it can be very confusing to get to, let's say, an oasis in the middle of the jungle. But if you practice every day, you know the exact path to get here. And you can just relax. Giving your mind some time off. Giving your emotions some time off. Your bodily sensations some time off. Even your spirit some time off. As you allow yourself to be with your inner divinity that is connected to the divinity of all. Taking a deep breath. And imagining that wholeness, that source, that great mystery is an energy that can power us up. So we plug in our mental faculties and they feel charged up by this energy. We plug in our emotions as they get charged up by visiting this energetic state. Our body becomes charged up by feeling in to this place. Our spirit feels renewed and vibrates with this energy. I'm going to open my eyes now. Just send you some love. The sun is so bright right now, I can barely see. Also, because my glasses are off, but I hope that you can feel my energy. I hope that you are able to see goodness in everything today, even the challenges that life presents. You can see them as the twists and turns of the roller coaster we decided to get on. Our spirit decided to get on the roller coaster of life. And we can choose to be afraid of the roller coaster or enjoy it. So I hope that you make the choice to enjoy it today. Please remember to follow us at Bride Plus One to see the movie that I wrote and directed. I'm very proud of it. And then we're also having a communication workshop on Saturday. It's from 2 to 3. And we're going to be going over what your disc profile is and how to communicate more assertively, and how to read other people's communication styles for the most effective communication. Thank you so much for tuning in and tuning within. Have a brilliant, brilliant day.